So I've cleaned up the conversation, the transcript of my conversation, if you will. I've been trying to consider how I can make this video because I don't really feel I have anything that I can add. So what I'm going to do is simply read the transcript and try to forget that I'm reading it and reenacting, if you will, a conversation that happened in my head, because I don't think I'm going to get to capture fully the essence of Isolde's voice, but I'm going to try. This is going to be a little odd, but I'm going to give it a shot because I'm always willing to try something new and feel a little uncomfortable in the interest of science, even if it is metaphysical science. Here's what happened in this conversation, and please forgive my lack of eye contact as I read. Hello, Isolde. May I speak with you today? Yes, of course you may. I am so pleased to speak with you. I hear this in a lovely lilt, almost southern, but not quite. And the tone of the voice expresses the epitome of hospitality. Thank you for speaking with me. Do you have any particular words of wisdom that you would like to share with me or my readers and viewers? Of course, I'm happy to share some knowledge. I can hear the smile in her voice, and though she is not yet showing herself to me, she actually never ends up showing herself to me during this conversation. Instead, she seemed to be omnipresent and an energy simply surrounding me. And it was close, kind of like the humidity on a warm summer night in the south or in a place with an ocean. It's close and comfortable, like a gentle hug, but it's not suffocating. The whole conversation was like that. I just felt surrounded by her. And I couldn't seem to not smile, which if you watch the video of the time that I was having the conversation with her, you will see me smile a lot. So we go back to her speaking. This is, of course, February, which is the month dedicated to love. Cupid, St. Valentine. Of course, it's also a time for me, as I have come to represent passionate love. But really, it's playful love. Passion can exist only when a relationship has partners who are willing to be playful. They are two sides of the same coin, passion and love. Here I interrupted and said, really? That seems an odd notion to me. And she said, I could see how that could be so, with your society's focus on passion as sex and on playfulness as childishness. But even passion has its playful moments, and you can play passionately. I told her here that this was interesting to think about, and I thanked her and asked her, could you tell me please why you choose to speak of passion and playfulness in this message rather than only about passion, only playfulness, or the broader topic of romantic love, since that's what so many people think of around Valentine's Day? Of course, she says, and she shows me images of laughter, and especially of close, intimate laughter. I see a woman very close to a man, and they're spinning around and laughing, and they're holding hands and just spinning each other around just out of sheer joy, just to make each other laugh. And they don't care that they look like children, that they're acting childishly, because they are simply reveling in the joy of being together. And they don't care. They're just joyful and full of love and excitement to be with each other. And so, after showing me this, Isolt continues, if you really want to experience passion again, find the place of joy in yourself. Then help your partner's joy come forth. Make yourselves laugh riotously together. That is the place where passion is born. That is where love feeds upon itself and bubbles up constantly. So here she shows me an image of a small brook coming up out of the earth, just a tiny little place, maybe even a spring. It's just a tiny little bit of water, but it's coming steadily and even exuberantly. It's not accumulating in a pool, it's just steadily bubbling up and continuing on its way. I thanked her for showing me that image, and it was so simple a concept, but the feelings and understanding that came with it are very powerful, and I don't have the words to explain that feeling that she gave to me. But if you meditate, I'm sure you can, and ask to speak to her, she can give you that feeling of understanding, the understanding and the joy and the love. They're all tied up there in the feelings that I get. So after I thanked her, she said, yes, it is easy for humans to forget how simple the solutions to complex problems can be. Romantic love is born out of joy. All love between two people is born out of joy. Those who love each other want to see each other happy. They revel in the joy their loved ones feel. Of course, it's easy to have your love get imbalanced in its expression. And here she showed me images of parents giving their children too much so that the children become spoiled and demanding because they give too many things and not enough emotion, for example. Or of one person in a romantic relationship doing all the giving so that the other one is always doing all the taking, and so it becomes imbalanced, even though joy and balance was initially there. And then she continued her sentence. But true love is full of joy, and its purest expression is basic, simple joy. That is all you need to remember if you feel you are losing passion in your relationship. Focus on the sheer joy you initially felt in the relationship, and ask yourself how you can find that joy again. Usually it will be as simple as stripping away all of the layers of stuff that have accumulated, all the associations that have developed over the course of your relationship. Peel those away, because those are not the real relationship, and they are not the other person in your relationship. They are simply the detritus of living. They are the, forgive me for using so loaded a word, but it is effective in spite of all of its meanings that it has inherited over the years, karma that accumulates during your relationship. Go back to the original joy and you will find your passion again. And once she had said that, she pulled her energy back, so I knew that she was done, that our conversation was done. So I thanked her, and that was it. That's all I have. I don't really think I can add any more to that. I'm sorry for my clumsy representation of the conversation, but it's basically the truest I can give without you being there. It's telling the story of an event that happens is never quite as interesting as the real thing. But thank you for staying with me through this video. Please feel free to ask questions, leave comments. I would like to know what you think, or if you have questions that I can answer about any of this. Thank you for watching. Please like this video if you're watching on YouTube, and if you're watching on my blog, please subscribe. Please subscribe if you're on YouTube as well. And I will keep bringing messages like this as long as people are willing to have conversations with me. And by people, I mean spirits, ascended masters. They're all people to me. Thank you, and have a blessed day.